do successful people have in common? They embrace the abundance around them. They are there fulfilling their lives, fulfilling their dreams, believing that there is enough for everybody. There is enough going around for all the people around them. Yeah, you guessed it right. So today's video is going to be all about the difference between the two mindsets that could affect entrepreneurs. That would be scarcity mindset or abundance mindset. Now, most entrepreneurs are all going through that abundance mindset, that mindset of there's enough for everybody, there's enough to be generated, and there's this whole positivity about what's going to be happening to them and their businesses and the successes. Now, before we jump into this video, if we've never met before, my name is Anita Hori. I am founder of Anita Hori Academy. I am a Pilates teacher trainer and also a Pilates and Wellness business coach. And I help people like you create successful businesses with no hassle, no stress, no hustling, really working from the heart and working to help people to be of service and to create that abundance that you really have been looking for a long time. If you like this video, do hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video online. Getting back to our video about scarcity and abundance, the two different mindsets. So what is the main difference between the two things? Now, putting it simply, the scarcity mindset is a very depressing and paralyzing mindset where you feel like there's never enough, that you're never happy with what you have, that you feel that you really need to keep striving to gain the goals, to achieve the goals that you're looking for. And it's a very, very paralyzing situation, and no entrepreneur wants to be in that situation. On the flip side, the abundance mindset is all about knowing that there's enough. You feel so excited, you feel so motivated, you feel that you're full of energy, knowing that there's so much more and that you don't need to be working so hard to achieve what your goals are, because there is so much for everybody. And this is such a positive mental mindset to be in. And they are totally different mindsets, and it is completely our choice to decide which mindset to adapt. And as entrepreneurs, we really need to be focusing and honing into that abundant mindset. Now, I have been doing lots of training with Tony Robbins, and I've done trainings and coachings with Dean Graziosi and his team. And I know that they have worked, and especially Tony Robbins has he's had this huge relationship with the late Wayne Dyer. And I have to read a quote from one of Wayne Dyer's quotes that I totally feel is so relevant to this particular video today. So this is what it says: abundance is not something we acquire. It is something we tune into. And I feel what struck me most here is that if we give and are of service and expect to receive back for the service that we give, then we are still working from this place of scarcity. So we are not tuning in to the abundant mindset. We're still in that scarcity mindset, and that's really not serving us at all. So I really want to share with you my 10 milestones that I feel have really shifted my mindset and completely got me into that more abundant mindset that's giving me the whole idea of being of service and making sure that there's absolutely enough for everybody. So the first mindset was literally understanding that this whole abundance mindset is all about energy. So it's shifting my energy. So I realized when I first created my channel, I just wanted to share my experience and my skills with Pilates teachers and entrepreneurs. And I didn't want anybody to be making the same mistakes that I did when I first started many moons of years ago. And I really wanted to be of service and sharing my genius, sharing my knowledge, sharing my skills, sharing all that I've learned in my trainings, and also in skills that I've adapted in my working life and my working experience, to be able to help others so that they don't go through the same mistakes that I did. And this is absolutely nothing to do with money. This is not about money. This is all about being of service and giving, and the whole act of being of service. So I shifted that mindset to being of service. And then what happened from there is that without knowing it, without realizing it, I keep getting this whole flow of abundance and receiving more than I've even expected, because people are appreciating what I'm putting out there and people are wanting to work with me. And this whole idea of giving without expecting back is really working, and I'm really appreciative of it, because I'm understanding now that it's all about our whole mindset, our whole idea of being of service to others. So it got me back to really the words of Wayne Dyer. It's all about the energy shift, you know, feeling that it's just literally feeling, tuning into this energy, tuning into this whole idea of being what you really want from the world. So if, for example, you want kindness, you need to be kind. If you want love, you need to love. If you want money, you need to give. You can't expect to get without giving, right? So this is the whole idea of you understanding that in order for you to expect change, you need to change. So the second milestone is all about spending time with people who are better off than you. So I remember doing a training with Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins is really amazing at saying these things. So Tony says, the quality of a person's life is most often a direct reflection of the expectations of their peer group. So you know all those people who are always positive and see the glass as always half full instead of half empty? These are the people you want to be spending time with. These are the people who are going to be inspiring you. And this has happened to me multiple of times. I really understood it when I started changing the circle of friends that I was being around. And I really understood it because it helped me behave in a certain way, behave in a more fulfilling way, rather than being around people who are totally negative. And I also had family members. I'm not just talking about just friends. You know, we have family members who completely put us down, who completely unfulfill us. And these family members could be absolutely detrimental to your successes. So I made that shift. Not just with family, I made it with friends. I made it with whoever was in my circle. And the change that I started experiencing was absolutely amazing. And I'd inspire you just to try these shifts, just to try and see, are these people you are hanging around with teaching you, inspiring you, making you feel fulfilled? Are they giving you ideas to improve yourself? Or are they letting you down? Or are they putting you down? Or are they making you feel that there is absolutely nothing more to achieve in your life? Just have a really good think about it. And if you need to make that shift really quickly. The third milestone is accountability. So I want you to ask yourself, what have you done today to make more money? Have you built more relationships? Have you contacted any local hairdressers or local bars or cafes or any other shops in your area to build relationships that perhaps you could offer a discount to their clients? Maybe you could get a 10% discount to their clients. Have you created content with a call to action, with information for your clients to be able to contact you so that they can start booking classes with you? Did you put a post on social media? Have you put any posters out there to show that perhaps the benefit of what Pilates can give to the local community? Have you been to social centers? Have you contacted anybody that you know who would need Pilates? And let's face it, everybody needs Pilates. All you need to focus now is focus on your client avatar. Focus on your client avatar and perhaps do workshops. Have you done any workshops to be able to attract that perfect client avatar? And if you don't know what a client avatar is, I suggest you watch this video over here, and it's going to talk all about how to create and how to get your client avatar, your perfect client avatar. And creating content, creating information, giving service to these kind of people, even if initially it has to be for free, do it from the heart, because they are the people you want to be working with, and you'll see this happening twofold. And remember, accountability is key. So the fourth milestone is pretend. Okay, so I've got a secret to share with you. I have learned this from Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza does this whole mind movie that you can create, and basically he makes you really feel that you're living your dream, that you're already living it. Absolutely smell it, breathe it, sleep it, live it, and expect to be living in it in a very, very short time. So I created a mind movie, and I created this mind movie about having my perfect business, traveling around the world, teaching workshops, which I have done, having my own business, I have done, owning my own Pilates retreat, I have done, living in Spain, I'm doing. So this whole thing, this whole idea of doing this mind movie really helped me smell and breathe my successes. So every single thing that I dreamed of, I've created, because I just felt it. I really felt it to the bone. And Joe Dispenza goes very, very deep on this, and he makes you visualize it all the time. And he even creates meditations about it. So I really dare you. I dare you to try and create your own mind movie. Pretend you're already there. Whatever that might be. Maybe you're dreaming about owning a Porsche. Just go out and test drive a Porsche. Owning an amazing Gucci bag. Go to the Gucci store and handle the bag you want to buy without getting thrown out of the shop, of course. And smell it and touch it and feel it. And maybe you dream of living in a particular country. Go and visit that country and feel it and experience it, because this is going to make it happen for you. The fifth milestone is all about creating win-win situations. And I have to admit that when I first started out in business, I was working very much on this scarcity mindset. So it was extremely excruciating for me to try and negotiate anything. I had to benefit out of every single situation. And I really felt I couldn't give, because then if I give so much, then I'm going to be losing out. And then I started realizing the more I started working with people, the more I started working with clients, with employees, working with colleagues, working with subcontractors, whoever that might be, I started understanding that there is absolutely no win or lose situation. There should always be a win-win situation. Both parties should benefit, and both parties should feel the benefit of every single transaction, if you want to call it that, or every single movement or relationship that they build together. This often means that you have to listen without judgment, without censorship, and you have to perhaps take a step back and understand where the other person is coming from and be in their shoes, and trying to really appreciate and accept their situation. So again, I suggest that you try this even in simple situations, even when it comes to working perhaps with any of your suppliers, or perhaps working with a difficult client. Try and listen to them, really understand where they're coming from, and try and create a win-win situation. The sixth milestone is all about your spending habits. So for me, this was a huge thing. So I'd like you just to have a little thought and a little feel about how you actually feel about spending money. What do you think about spending money? Does it make you cringe? Does it make you feel, oh my God, I can't spend any money, or I'm feeling really tight, I'm scared of investing in anything. I feel that if I spend it, it's not going to come back. Well, I've got two things to share with you. First thing is, I was absolutely scared about spending money. And especially when I came from opening up a Pilates studio from zero. I had absolutely nothing. And if you want to hear about my story and starting up a Pilates business, watch this video over here. It's going to explain a little bit more about really coming from nothing. I had nothing when I started the business. So if you're anything like me, where I was really super scared of even investing in any of my equipment, or even super scared of tipping waiters, or even traveling to new countries and just making sure that I get the cheapest deal. I really then, I had a tipping point when I felt that I really needed to change my mindset. So if you are anything like me, I really dare you to try and change that mindset to understanding and knowing that it's absolutely okay for you to spend your money. Now, this is the second thing that I wanted to share with you. The whole idea about having money is to be able to earn it so that you can spend it. So if you are earning money without spending it, you are restricting the flow of money. If you are restricting the flow of money, then you are creating that huge block in receiving any more money. So if you spend it, it's going to come back to you twofold. So that's the whole idea. Change the mindset. Flip into, and it's okay for me to spend the money. Bless it. I know people who actually kiss their money before they spend it. And I've got a friend of mine, Pilates friend of mine, amazing teacher. And I remember we went out for a meal together, and he tipped this waitress something like $20 or maybe even more. I can't even remember, but I know it was a lot of money. And I stood there and I looked at him and I thought, whoa, you must be kind of earning it. He said, no, I believe in this whole perpetual, the law of karma, this whole perpetual feeling of what you give is what you get back, and you get it back twofold. And then just a few months later, he sends me this photo of him driving a Porsche, and he said, this is my new baby. So I was super excited for him, and I know he got there before I did. I feel that we all come to this point in our life, but some of us get there a lot sooner than others. So what I'm trying to do here in this video is really just to shortcut you a load of hassle and a load of pain and ask you to try and change into that mindset, because it's really going to make that shift for you. Now, the seventh milestone is all about gratitude, practicing gratitude to be exact. Now, every time I think about gratitude, I think of my great idol, Oprah Winfrey. Who else other than Oprah Winfrey? So Oprah Winfrey has this amazing quote, and it says, if you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. In order for you to receive more, you have to be appreciative of what you already have. Now, okay, if you don't know what you can be appreciative for, let me give you a head start. So, do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food on your table? Are you watching this video on your phone? On your laptop? Do you feel healthy? Do you have your workouts every day or every so often or every few times every week? Do you feel that you have freedom? Are you able to walk out on the street without anybody chasing you? You have to be appreciative of all these things without us understanding how we take so many things for granted in our life. We take so much for granted. So, being appreciative and practicing gratitude, and just grab yourself a book and do this every single morning. I do it with 3 things. I write down 3 things that I'm appreciative for every single day, gratitude. And it could be something that's happening to me, a person in my life, some place that I've been or some place that I live, and it really helps fulfill me. And I really dare you, try this every single day. All you need to do is just have a little notebook by your bed, write these 3 things, and it's going to give you a head start. The 8th milestone was all about mindful investments. So I don't know if you're anything like me, but when I started my business, I was scared to start employing employees. I was scared to bring any more people in, any more teachers in to help me, because I thought that if I'm going to spend the money on paying teachers, I'm not going to have enough for myself. And I knew that once I made that shift, once I actually went from being super scared, coming from that scarcity mindset of not knowing that I'm going to manage if I employ other people, to actually employing other people and finding so much benefit because they're releasing so much time from my day. Anything that's going to help you make the shift from working in your business to working on your business and being the boss in your business is going to be a mindful investment. So this goes from infancy stage. It goes from just getting certified and getting your teaching certificate rather. Think about having invested funds into getting certified, and now you want to take it a step further. You want to go up and open up your own business, or you want to open a new studio. And think about investing in a $5,000 desk, front desk, or a shiny new Buddha sitting at the front to attract new customers in. Is that going to be a really mindful investment, do you think? The 9th milestone that really hit it home with me, and this was a standing joke with a couple, friend of mine, who are both in business, and I'm laughing about it even before I start talking about it, is they're both in business. A couple friend of mine are both in business. He's got his own business, she's got her own business, but both have their own runaway fund. And that is my 9th milestone, is to create a runaway fund. And the runaway fund is essentially just that, just a little bit of money that you stash away every month, just in case your husband decides to run away with somebody else or your wife decides to run away with someone else. No, joking apart. The runaway fund is really there to be your little safety blanket for anything that's going to come out of the blue. So anything that's going to hit you hard and you might need to stop working for a while, hopefully no more COVID-19 is going to happen. But say if you have experienced something like COVID-19 when you've been teaching and your business has been shut down, like millions of us around the world, right? If you know that you're able to stash some money away that's going to cover you for a couple of months, and you know that you're absolutely safe for a good few months, then that's your safety net, and it's something that I really strongly suggest that you do. Now, the runway funds don't need to be huge amounts of money. You could just start by putting some percentage away from your business, and this is what I do. This is what I started doing. When I started earning my income, I started putting 10% of my income away every month. Now, that then started to fluctuate to something more and more every month, just so that I make sure that I have something back at the back of my head, in wherever I might be stashing it, to make sure that it's going to cover me for the next month or 2 months. And it's really important for us to have this kind of safety net, because then what's going to happen here is that we are not going into panic mode when something stupid happens in our life. When something serious happens in our life, we don't go, oh my God, now where do we go? Where do we turn? No, we stay calm, because if we don't stay calm, if we don't remain calm, we're just going to make crazy decisions. We're going to make decisions out of panic. We're going to create even more of a hectic life for us. And this isn't where we want to be. So in just breathing, being able to say, that's fine, I've got this. I'm going to be okay for the next few months. I'm going to be totally okay. And then making decisions out of a calmer, better perspective in our mind, in our life, and understanding that things are going to turn, because they always do. And we know that. We've all experienced a horrendous time in our life, in our industry. The wellness industry has been hit very hard with COVID-19. We've all experienced it, and we've come through it, and we've come through it stronger and wiser. So having this little runway fund is going to really help you have more clarity and be able to make better decisions for your future. Now, the 10th and final milestone is having more clarity and choosing my words. So as a strategic business mentor and coach, I have got 12 mentoring words that I felt that really helped me. Okay, so words like our costs become our investments, incremental becomes exponential, transactions become transformations, our profession becomes our network, our customers become multipliers, our service becomes our value creation process, our employees become our awesome, unique team, Our security becomes opportunity. Our status becomes contribution. Our lifestyle becomes freedom. Our management becomes leadership. Our retirement becomes purpose. Our scarcity becomes abundance. So as you can see, this whole different style of talking is going to create a new person, a new personality, and it's going to come from the more abundant mindset. I hope you've enjoyed these 10 milestones that I've shared with you in this video, and I hope that you're able to change your mind frame, change your mindset to a more abundant one, something that's going to really help you create a more fulfilling life, a more fulfilling business, and of course achieve the life that you want. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a video online. If you like working with me, or if you're interested in working with me, do hit the comments below. You want to DM me on my social media pages, Facebook, Anita Hori Academy, Instagram, AnitaHori_Academy, and of course you can email me on admin@AnitaHoriAcademy.com. Until my next video, goodbye.